We welcome into the studio Andrew Orsatti. What are you doing here, Andrew?
Well, it's a Super Sunday, hey? The Classico and then the A-League Grand Final, Brisbane Roar and Perth Glory. How about that? It's going to be pretty spectacular, I think. Thankfully, the season ends with a game of football and over 52,000 fans to get excited about a game on the pitch as opposed to everything that happened off of this season because, you know, clubs disbanding, new ones coming in. There's been turmoil left, right and centre with the running of the game, and many of the administrators have been brought into question. And I think that we're going to see heads roll probably within the next 12 months at that level.
Okay.
But the football itself,
let's talk about the football.
It's going to end on that note.
Brisbane Roar are the favourites.
They have to be. Yes, they have to be because they've played an enterprising brand of football under Ange Postecoglou. They set a new benchmark for the game in Australia. They won the title last season. They'll be the first since the competition was rebranded. The A-League previously as the National Soccer League. You know, they'll be the first team to win a back-to-back if they can do so. Although Ange Postecoglou, their coach, has done it in the days of the old NSL. And I like to tell people all the time that, yes, the A-League is great, but something did happen before it. A National Soccer League where the coach who's in charge now was successful as well and won a back-to-back with South Melbourne there in 98 and 99. So this guy has announced himself in a big way because the style of football, can I say, is almost Barcelona-esque. Ahead of the Classico. But, I mean, yes, it is in a way, relatively speaking. And on the other side, you've got this Perth Glory team that they're coming up against, which is going to be, you know, direct. Many have criticised them for being boring and ugly. You know, they're still copping it, even though they're in a grand final.
Is that it? Have we still got time? We have. Let's take a look at some tweets about this game. Perth Glory have the goods to cause an upset against Roar. Glory going as underdogs will make this grand final a classic. Meanwhile, don't write off the Glory. They can cause an upset. Brisbane still favourites, but Burns and the boys can win. Shaka, you were, of course, for the underdogs in 2006, the FA Cup final, West Ham against Liverpool. Did that take the pressure off slightly?
No, it didn't. I mean, cup finals are one-off games, as you know, and I feel everybody knows that over the course of 90 minutes, you can snatch it. I don't feel the underdog tag really has any value here, and especially when you consider these two head-to-head records over the course of the season. They've played 3 times. Brisbane have won 2 of those quite convincingly, the third in a draw. I don't see how Perth get the better of them, get the better of Brisbane Roar.
Yeah, well, they've wiped the floor with them, actually, because in the 3 meetings they've had this season, Perth have conceded 10 times in those clashes with Brisbane. So you've got a situation here where has Ian Ferguson actually learnt from that? How is he going to address it? Is he going to press high up the park? Is he going to try to nullify them? You know, are they going to be exposed in behind? They've got a couple injury doubts as well. One of their best midfielders, Liam Miller, and Andrezinho. They're both, you know, 50-50 going into this one. Haven't really trained all week, although they've travelled with the squad to Brisbane. So, you know, we shall see. The problem also, Suncorp Stadium, the surface. There was a rugby union on Friday night. It's going to be bumpy, not conducive to good football. I think that may harm Brisbane, who are also coming off a loss in the Asian Champions League. And, you know, they're going to put out basically the same team. How they back up is going to be telling. Perth Glory, the spirit of the underdog within me says that Perth will come out on top. I'm not going to go for Brisbane. They almost lost it last year when they were the raging.
So you're not going to go for Brisbane? You're going to go for
Perth because that's me, the underdog. I speak for the underdog.
Brisbane are used to pressure. I mean, never mind being favourites for the final. Brisbane Roar in Tommy's top 25. There is no other pressure like it.
That's what dictates it all. So you're going for the Roar? You're going for the Glory?
That's the one.
Thank you very much. We'll back here for the next press pass. Until then, bye-bye.